Okay, Adrian in New York. This is your new Washington here. Put your fans on there for you. There's the model number, serial number, I mean. Fan grills are on and everything. So I'm going to peel that off like you wanted me to, so I'll do that. Then we'll just get this one quick and done, and hopefully have it sent off to you today. I'm going to ship it with UPS, so hopefully that'll get to you a little more consistently than with the mail. I really recommend everybody doesn't select the ground advantage, even though it's an option on the website. If you want your radio in a timely manner, that's not really a good option. So sometimes I'm able to just do it UPS, since I already have a pickup coming today anyways for some other stuff. I'm just going to send this one out, but that's not always going to be the case. If you select ground advantage, there's going to be a great chance that at that point in time, your order will ship out with that. So again, they do an okay job, but there's times where they do a terrible job. So that's the chance you take sometimes with the post office. So I've never really taken one of these off before, so the guys that have will kind of understand what's going on here a little bit more. But as you peel it up, it just comes off. Now, I think it's a little overkill doing this on these radios. I think that they could do it better just by, I gotta get that corner piece. They could just have like maybe a protector over it or something. Like sometimes you can get certain electronics where they have plastic over it, but it's not actually stuck on the unit itself. It's just over it. I mean, it is kind of annoying to have to peel that off. I wouldn't say it's the funnest thing to do every day, but it does help protect the radio a little bit. Although they put that sticker on there, which I don't really know why they do that, because obviously everybody knows it's on there, but I guess they want you to peel it off like right away because of that sticker. I tried to peel that sticker off just itself, but you can see what it did. So just be careful with it now, because there's no protector on it. So obviously I'll be careful with it here, and we'll just call it what it is. But I'm going to go in and set this up. I usually shut off a few things and set up a few things. Temperature. I'm going to turn that on. Oh, I got to wait for that because I haven't done this yet, so I'm going to make your fans run all the time right now. They should kick on any second. We'll do your, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So the fans are kicking. I don't know if you can even hear them, but there's definitely some movement there, and they move some really good air. They do a really good job. So I'll go back in now. Don't want to reset it. And we're going to name this band the band that it is. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So now I'm just going to get the setup for you really quick. I'll come back and show you the final power, quick receiver check, and we'll get this boxed and get it heading your way. Okay, so it does look nice without that sticker on the front, I do have to say. Looks a lot better. So if anybody ever wants that done, just let me know and I'll do it. It's not that big of a deal if you don't want to do it yourself, but I don't just do it because I know some guys might actually like to do it, so it doesn't matter to me either way. Okay, that's your side band, so that's really good, and that's how it looks. So it looks really nice with the nice two-tone there, so we're looking fine. Fans are kicking some butt. The radio gets really hot during the alignment process, so 114 degrees, but it'll cool off, it's not a big deal. Okay, I did send off your info to President, so they should be sending you the free mic. You were the last one to get a free mic, I believe, so that is now over. You ordered this on the weekend, so I'm just using a normal President mic for this. Here's your sideband power, so 1 2 1 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 1 2, check check, hello. We're not getting too crazy and yelling and screaming, but you can see the power that's doing there, so it's doing about what they should do anyways. Not really, you know, we're not setting the world on fire, but it's you know, an 80-watt radio, so that's about what we're seeing here. An HF radio, it will always do a little bit less anyways, so anyone that, you know, if you have an HF radio and you go in and you modify it or you do whatever to it on sideband to try to get the full 100, you're actually hurting the radio more than you're helping it, I think, in my opinion here with the equipment that I've seen. And you know, the HF radios are designed a certain way for a reason, and you know, by going in and worrying about an extra 10, 20, 30 watts, some are really ALC down, but that's actually a good thing. If you have to get an extra 30 watts out of your HF radio, I would say shame on you. Just buy a real amplifier. Buy a real HF amplifier. Something high quality, and that extra 30 watts will mean absolutely nothing, because a lot of HF amps don't need a lot of drive. You know, my ACOM, for example, which I don't even have in the operating position anymore, I put it away. It only needs 50 watts to give me a continuous 600 out, so why would you need to run your radio at 100? You know, in that setup you don't. But some amps may require a little more drive. Your ACOMs of the world, your some of the other really expensive ones and stuff like that. You know, a real quality HF amp, just let the amp do all the work and not the radio. That's the moral to take away, I guess. Don't just kill the radio just to suffice some type of amplifier. So here's AM. So I have the high carrier set to about 16. Now this is on RMS, so hello radio, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, hello, check check, hello. That's what it looks like there on the spectrum analyzer. You can see where our frequency is. Now that can adjust this, but that's really not a big deal anyways. But if I could adjust it for you, I would. But I don't have that capability. There's no setting for it in the menu. So if somebody is worried about, you know, 13 hertz or something, you know, I'm sorry, but that's pretty damn good considering some of the other older radios and stuff like that. You know, they drift all over the place because they have those crystals and they vary by temperature and all that good stuff. But they're still fun radios to talk on, some of the older radios and stuff. But you know, we're hitting about 80 on AM too, so we're doing pretty good. FM on this is going to be about 50. I did set the deviation up to about 4 kilohertz, so as I speak on FM, you can kind of see that there. 1 2 3 4 5, check check, because each one of these boxes is 2 kilohertz, so 2 kilohertz here, 2 kilohertz here. You can kind of see the far extent of the modulation goes about 4 kilohertz like it should. So really, you know, we're not really creeping out too much more than that. And that's good. It's going to have a nice, good sound on FM. And I have the span function enabled for you, so you can go anywhere in the radio, of course, that you want in the span option. I do like that option. You can use the factory mic for that too if you want. There's just no way to shift it. You have to press the button, but you know, there's no loss of sound or anything in this radio. Some of the other radios there is. We can't really hear anything in sideband right now. There we go. So you can scan through and it's just continuous. You don't lose the sound. So that's a nice feature. It took a lot to get them there. And it wasn't this radio that had that first done to it, but I think it followed suit, and I think that was smart. So we'll go up on 10 meter and just quickly check the power here. Just pick any given frequency for that. So we'll check the power on 10 meter and see it does pretty good. And we'll go down on 12 meter. That's good enough for our 12 meter check. So there's our 12 meter check there. So it's pretty much the same there too. So what you get on one band, you get on the other. So that's good. That's how it should be. So that's pretty much it for you, Adrian. I'm gonna get it boxed up. I'll show you the quick basic receive test with the tone, and then we'll be heading your way. So I appreciate the order. And I'm just going to leave the fans on so they run for you. You can figure out what's best for you when you get it. Just go in that temperature setting and adjust them where you find you might need it. Okay, so I just stayed on 12 meters right now. That's where I'm at, so you can see that there. It's minus 126. And it's at 12, so that's a good sign there. We'll just switch over to AM. We really wouldn't use AM here, but since we're here and that's where we're going to take the measurement, just because. I'm just going to leave it there for you. I'll let you decide where you want to use it. There's S9 right on the money, so pretty consistent there. Just set my level up there on this. And then we'll come up here and just see kind of what happens. Yeah, about 92, which is actually 112, which is perfect for these radios too. So, yep, you hear pretty much the same on any of the bands, which is a good thing. Probably they're a little too sensitive of a receiver, to be honest, but you know, they are what they are. So I kind of prefer some of the older radio receivers myself. I just have a tendency to like the noise blanker circuits better in some of the older radios and stuff, but that's just me. That's what I like. But anyways, thanks for the order, and we'll get this heading your way. You should be getting that mic probably. You probably get the radio before you get the mic, but they should be sending you the free mic very soon. 73.